berada di sini hari ini, dan apa yang beliau paling suka adalah pergi ke serata dunia dan berkongsi kisah kejayaannya. Itu sahaja kerjanya, teman-teman sekalian.
And I apologize if I'm a very boring speaker, because normally I just talk really, really fast and I think off the top of my head and then I say something, but if I have to actually stop and think what I'm going to say and wait for him to talk, it really confuses me.
Sorry kalau kali ini boring, bosan, kerana beliau adalah pembicara yang laju, pantas. Tapi jika ada stop begini, agak nanti idenya kurang.
But the good news is, even if you find me to be not that exciting, I still make a lot of money, which proves that you can too.
Jika teman-teman lihat beliau bosan, tetapi beliau membuat uang yang begitu banyak, itu bermaksud teman-teman juga, jika teman-teman bosan, teman-teman juga bisa membuat uang yang banyak di Vemma.
Good translation.
I add a little bit.
Good, yeah, please do. Very good. Okay, so just to start at the beginning, you know, my background was a banker, so I used to work in a branch of a bank. I did not like my job, and I made about $30,000 per year, and I had no money, and I was broke.
Beliau merupakan karyawan di bank ya, dan beliau tidak suka kerana asyik mengira uang orang lain, okay? Dan income beliau tahunan hanya USD 30,000 aja, okay? Dan itu membuatkan beliau, orang kata, di dalam akaunnya nol, tiada uang. Yeah.
And interestingly enough, someone approached me about a network marketing this opportunity, and I was skeptical. Even though I had no money, even though I didn't like my job, I still was skeptical and did not want to hear about an opportunity.
Walaupun keadaan beliau sedemikian, okay, tetapi beliau masih tidak mau berubah dan tidak mau menerima industri networking ini, dan menganggap industri networking ini merupakan satu industri yang tidak harus dipandang langsung.
But luckily, I decided to listen, you know, and I decided to come to a meeting such as this. And during the meeting, something just made sense to me. And I looked at the people and I said to myself, if they can do it, I can do it too. And so all of a sudden I flipped, and ever since that day, I've been full-time in this industry.
Apa yang membuatkan beliau merubah fikiran, okay, ini yang baik boleh kita pelajari ya. Okay, teman beliau, okay, menjemput beliau hadir ke event seperti ini, okay, dengan orang yang sekeliling sebegini, aura yang sebegini, okay, membuatkan beliau merubah fikiran, okay, untuk membuat perniagaan networking. Dari situ beliau tidak menoleh ke belakang lagi dan terus melakukan perniagaan ini.
And once I got all my questions answered, which actually took several hours, I had a lot of questions about the industry, about the compensation plan, about the products, and so forth. But I got good answers to all my questions, and the answers were so good, and I was so excited that I actually quit my job the first day and went full-time the day I saw the opportunity.
Mungkin ini terlalu drastik ya, okay? Banyak persoalan seperti kita, some of them understand, they're laughing already, okay? Mungkin ada seperti kita, banyak persoalan hari ini, commission plan, produk, okay, bagaimana membina rangkaian. Tetapi apabila beliau hadir event seperti ini, teman-teman sekalian, beliau faham kesemuanya, dan pada hari itu juga beliau tulis surat kepada bos, saya mau resign.
Good translating. All right. So the thing I love about our business is the simplicity. The business is so simple when you boil it down. The first thing is the product. The product is very good. I mean, it is a phenomenal product. I personally have been on this product now for over 6 years, and I have not been sick. It's very good for the immune system. I used to get sick all the time. Now I never get sick. And I've heard so many stories that have me to the point where my belief level in the product is at level 10. I believe we have a phenomenal product that everybody should be taking.
Apa yang membuatkan beliau rasa lagi luar biasa adalah simple. Apa di sini simple ya? Perniagaan ini very sederhana, simple. okey, di mana produknya okey sangat luar biasa, membantu ramai orang, dan beliau sudah 6 tahun tidak pernah sakit, ya, tidak pernah sakit kerana produk Vemma. Dan ke semua consumer, ke semua brand partners di dalam rangkaian beliau mempunyai tahap keyakinan kepada produk tingkat 10. Tak ada, maksudnya paling tinggi. Okey, tahap keyakinan yang paling tinggi pada produk. Kerana itu perniagaan bisa menjadi luar biasa besar.
It sounds better when you say it. So believe in the product, and then the compensation plan is so simple also. Find 2 people that have a dream that want to make more money. I mean, I think when you think about it, every single person, if they're honest and they let go of any skepticism or anything that they have like that, everybody would want to be more healthy and everybody would like to make more money. So the simplicity of the comp plan is find 2 people like you who want to be healthy and want to make money. It's just so simple.
Dari segi pemasarannya pula, simpelnya dari segi adalah mencari 2 orang sahaja seperti diri kita yang mahu sihat, yang mahukan kewangan yang luar biasa, okey, dan melakukan kerja ini bersama-sama. Okey, dan beliau tidak percaya di luar sana tiada siapa yang mahukan kesihatan dan kewangan. Siapa yang tidak mahu? Hanya orang yang tidak siuman sahaja, benar? Okay? Jadi beliau fikirkan bahawa semua orang akan faham dan minat networking business jika mereka benar-benar faham apakah industri ini.
So while it's simple, of course, it's not easy because for some reason, some people still say no, even though that's stupid. But they still say no, so you have to essentially convince people that you are the kind of leader that they can follow. And that's what people buy, essentially. When you're telling the Vemma story, it's a very simple story. Great product, great opportunity. They want to know, are you going to be successful and should I follow you? So what people tend to buy is your passion. And my goal today is to increase your level of passion about this business by showing you that it is definitely possible and telling you my story.
Yang paling penting, bukan kepada Morrow. Yang paling penting sekali, teman-teman sekalian, walaupun simple tetapi tidak gampang, ya. Ramai yang menyertainya tapi berasa sukar untuk mengajak ramai bersama dengan mereka. Okey, tetapi teman-teman harus ingat, mereka yang bersama dengan kita bukan kerana produk, bukan kerana komplain, bukan kerana pelan pemasaran, tetapi kerana diri kita. Dia mahu lihat betapa jauh komitmen kita, betapa jauh kita boleh berjaya. Dan apabila beliau yakin dengan kita, kita mempunyai ciri-ciri kejayaan tersebut, mereka akan bersama dengan kita.
Very good. That was very good. So I just want to show you something that because when I was skeptical, when I was new, I like to see the money. And I was going to say that when I was a banker, I made about $30,000 in a year, right? I don't know if you can see this, but this is my Vemma app from last week. And I made $30,000 in 1 week. So
ini adalah daripada cycle tracker, ya. Jika teman-teman baru, teman-teman akan mempunyai cycle tracker begini. Okay? Di sini kita bisa melihat ke semua bonus-bonus kita di dalam Vemma. Teman-teman sekalian, apabila beliau tunjuk begini, jangan fikir beliau adalah bulat. Okay? Jadi beliau mampu menghasilkan ini. Kita orang Asia juga bisa memintas beliau. Kamu translate itu.
So, is anyone here who would like to make that kind of money every week?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Here's explains everything. You were the first one to raise your hand. All right. So I want to take some questions because I think sometimes that's fun and it's just so hard to talk slow.
Ya. Jika ada sebarang soalan, Morrow ingin menjawab beberapa soalan daripada teman-teman semua. Okay.
But first, that takes longer to say in Indonesian.
First, yeah.
But first, I want to explain about the shoes. Well, you said the Christian Louboutin. Like, these are Ferragamos. These are very comfortable. But yesterday I was wearing the Christian Louboutins, and it's a funny story because I bought the Christian Louboutins for my wife because they're good shoes for women, right? I bought it for her for Christmas. So you want to tell that so far?
Yeah, they understand. I think.
Oh, okay. But then so they're such popular shoes that the young girls will go to the boutique and buy these shoes, and then they'll put clear tape on the bottom of the shoe, and then they'll wear it, they take the tape off, and they return it to the store. So the store no longer takes returns. Okay.
Di US, okay, di Indonesia juga sama enggak ya? Orang membeli sepatu ya, kasut, okay, dan apabila mereka pakai dan mereka merasa tidak selesa, mereka akan pulangnya semula kasut itu.
So I bought them for my wife, thinking, you know, if Paris Hilton and Kim Kardashian wear the shoes, then my wife should have the same shoes.
Beliau inginkan isteri beliau menjadi seperti Kim Kardashian dan.
However,
he loves his wife.
When she went to try the shoes on, they would not fit because her feet are too fat.
Karena beliau belum minum body, jadi nggak bisa masuk.
So I went to return the shoes, and they wouldn't take them back.
Oh, jadi pulangkan kasut Christian Louboutin itu, jadi mereka tidak mau mengambilnya semula.
So they had men's shoes.
Jadi ada kasut lelaki.
So I had to trade and I had to get them.
Oh, jadi beliau pun mengambil kasut lelaki tersebut.
I mean, normally I would not waste that much money on my own shoes.
Biasanya beliau tidak akan membazirkan wang. Yeah, I think so. That's right.
But it is really fun to make a lot of money, and you can have a lot of fun. You can help. You can give nice gifts. You can travel around the world. You can help people. It's not just about the money. Because the money is a direct reflection of how many people you've helped. And so certainly I don't want them to get the wrong impression, think I've spent all my money on shoes. Really, all I care about is helping the people. The money's nice, don't get me wrong, but it's more about, you know, the money comes when you help people. Because you can't be successful in this business if you don't care about people.
Sebenarnya
they understand. But they only understand certain stuff?
Yang paling penting teman-teman sekalian, beliau bukan ingin menunjukkan kekayaan, kerana kekayaan, kewangan itu datangnya daripada berapa ramai kita bisa membantu mereka mengubah kehidupan. Jika semakin ramai di bawah kita berhasil uang yang luar biasa, itu bermaksud kejayaan kita. Okey, itu yang beliau maksudkan.
Okay, thank you. So, I don't know if sometimes this works and sometimes it doesn't, but I would love to know what questions you guys have. Right now I'm the number 5 earner in the world, so I must know something about this business, and it is very simple, and I have had a lot of years experience in it, and I would just love to know if there's any questions that you guys have that you'd like to ask me about anything, and I'm happy to answer any of your questions. Yes, sir.
Do you have a question?
So when I show the business to people, mostly they ask about how does the business works, but I have problems to answer it simple and they understand. So mostly I just show the networking and then I give the link, but after then they quit. That's one question. The second question is mostly Indonesian people are worried about the expensive of the price. The 605,000 per bottle is too expensive. However, I tried very hard to explain the benefits and some of them join. But maybe you have tricks or whatever to
I have tricks.
or maybe
Let me break one out. This is the trick. Magic trick.
Tips or something like that. So, two questions for time.
I understand your question. One is, people are they're buying your passion, okay? And whenever I hear something like the Indonesian people So you're universalizing it. So how many of you are Indonesian people? A show of hands. Okay. And how many of you are in this business? Show of hands. Okay. So it's not true. The Indonesian people don't, you know what I'm saying? Because you're saying, what you've done is you're creating a belief in your mind that says the Indonesian people, you know, fill in the blank. It's too expensive. They don't like the business, etc. This business resides 100% in your mind. This is a mental game. You can believe what your prospects are saying. You can believe that people don't have money, the products are too expensive, network marketing is a scam. What else is there? People don't have time. You know, all excuses are the same. All that matters is what you believe. Okay? People don't care about the price. All right? People are willing to pay the price. If you look around the room at some of the ladies in this room, they're carrying expensive handbags. Some of the gentlemen are wearing expensive timepieces. Yes. You drove here in nice cars. You don't do everything in your life based on what is the cheapest, what is the worst. You know, you could get just some burlap satchel. You don't need a Coach bag. You don't need a Louis Vuitton. You know, you need? Yeah. Okay, so price is not what people buy. People are buying a feeling. People are buying a lifestyle. When a woman buys a Louis Vuitton bag, what she's saying is, I'm successful, I'm beautiful, I'm mainstream. I don't know what she's saying. She's, you know, but it's a feeling that they're buying. So don't buy into people's limiting beliefs. And yes, do some people have that belief, and is it impossible to change them? Yes. So then you go talk to somebody else, but never let them change your belief. You have to believe that this product, when you put this product into your body, it is the absolute best thing you can be putting into your body, and feel it in every single cell of your body. And yes, it's a little bit more expensive, but people are going to go out today and buy a drink of alcohol or a Coca-Cola or something that's terrible for their body, and they're going to spend just as much money or more. So it's really not about the price. People do have money. It's what they choose to spend their money on. I don't know if you want to try to translate all that. But again, I don't want to make you wrong about your question. Like I say, I hear that stuff too. And there are some days when I'm like this. Oh, cannot sign anyone. I will never live my dream. You know, and if you have that kind of energy, if you let those people get to you, you'll never sign up. You could have the magic words. You could say the exact same words, but it's not what you say, it's how you say it and how you feel about that which you say. So if you do believe that the product is fantastic, and yes, the product is expensive, but it's okay that people want what's expensive. People want the best. Say, yeah, it's expensive, it's the best. That's what I say. Thank you. I like the way you clap. She started very enthusiastic. Well, so yeah, it's like, you know, if Vemma were a car, Vemma is a Lamborghini. Everybody wants a Lamborghini. Don't you want a Lamborghini going through your bloodstream? You know, do you want the best? And Vemma is a brand that we're building worldwide. Vemma represents health. Vemma represents vibrancy. Vemma represents passion. It represents income. It represents lifestyle. So what does it mean for you? I mean, to me, Vemma is a way of life. It's not only a product, but it's a family. I mean, it's friends all over the world. Like, I've been to Malaysia probably 10 times, at least.
Yes, Malaysian name as well.
I have a Malaysian name, it's Mazrul. I have an official Malaysian. I mean, it's the relationships that you develop. This is my second trip to Jakarta. I know, like, Nudi, is it Nudi or Nudi? Nudi. Okay, Nudi is my friend on Facebook. She's always commenting on my Facebook. You're a very nice Facebook friend. And it's just neat to have this experience. There's so much more to Vemma than some price or some objection. What you want to tell people is like, listen, you mentioned to me the other day that you don't want your wife to have to work. You know, you want your wife to be able to stay home with the kids. Were you serious or were you just joking around? It's like, I met someone the other day who makes $30,000 every single week, US. And we have the exact same opportunity. Yes, we're in Indonesia, but we could go on Facebook and sponsor a friend who moved to the United States. You know, you realize that you guys could all sponsor someone in the United States. Out of curiosity, how many of you know someone who's from Indonesia that now lives in another country? Just by show of hands. Many of you? Some of you, yeah. So whether you have a friend who's in Malaysia, you send your friend to Malaysia, and they go and they see a meeting by the great and powerful Ras Rule, and they join, and then all of a sudden that person knows someone in the Philippines, who knows someone in the United States, who knows someone in Europe, who knows someone in Africa, who knows someone in Mexico. It's a worldwide business. So any challenges there locally, one of the great things is that we have a company that I believe, with every fiber of my being, is the best company in network marketing history. It's a great company. I think we have the potential to be as big as an Amway, which is doing $1 billion a month. $1 billion a month. We're doing right now $15 million a month. But we have a long track record. We're a very established company, but we're just now getting started. Our future, all the growth is in the future for Vemma. Our website is in every language. We're all over the 50-some countries. So, you know, don't get me started. Thank you. Thank you. I'm going to bring you with me everywhere I go. my traveling audience. I think you guys, you have great energy. I come into the room and I can feel the energy in the room. You guys have great energy. All you got to do is find two people that have that same passion, that have some kind of a dream. Like for me, when I was working at the bank, I absolutely hated my job and my life. I mean, every day I went to a job that I didn't like. Now, I always say to people when they ask me, what do you do? What do you do for a living? They say, what do you do? I say, whatever I want. That's so fun to be able to say that. Like, I'm a night person, okay? Like, I love to stay up late. I don't like to wake up early. When I worked for the bank, this is how every day started. You know, and then I get up, and I go to a job, and then I come home, and I'm tired, and I watch TV, and then I eat, and then I go to bed, and then I wake up. And it's like, that was my life. I hated my life. Now my life is this. This is when I wake up. Oh. You know, it's like I wake up when my eyes open. To me, that was my dream. A very simple dream. No more alarm clock. I don't even know how the alarm clock works. I wake up. Yeah. Well, yeah, that was a good joke. It worked yesterday. Most of my stuff just kind of comes off the top of my head. But yesterday I was sharing. You know, it's interesting. So approximately every night when I go to sleep, you guys know how, well, maybe it's in the US, in the middle of the night, the cycle tracker updates. You guys, you know, you check your cycle tracker, it updates because the auto ships process, so it updates overnight. So overnight, every night when I'm sleeping, I earn approximately $5,000 US in my sleep. So, I mean, and again, who cares about me? The only reason I tell you this story is because you can do what I can do. I mean, I am not special by any stretch of the imagination. I was an average student in school. I mean, I'm just an average person with an above average dream. My dream wasn't above average, but I got so fed up with my life that at one point in time I said, I just can't take it anymore, and I saw an opportunity and I went after it with a passion. That's the thing. But anyway, so what I said yesterday at the meeting that got a good laugh was this. I said, sometimes I'll be asleep and my wife will wake me up and she'll be like, wake up. And I'm like, shh, no, I'm making money. So, it's like, get paid to sleep. That's my dream. Get paid to sleep. Seriously, it's just so fun. It's so fun to be able to travel around the world. And the question is, what do you want that you want so badly? That, for me, I just wanted to not have a job, and I wanted to have a lot of money, and I wanted to have a nice car, and all that kind of stuff that everyone wanted. And then I've had all that, and I found that like the nice cars, the clutches and the transmissions are too expensive. So now I just have BMWs because they're free. and then travel around the world. I love to travel. That's my dream, is to travel, and to spend time with family. What's great about this business is it's multi-generational. My son, who's 18 years old, is now, this month, he'll be an executive in the business at 18. So what happened, like, after the first 10 minutes, everyone learned how to speak English, and we don't need to translate? The few in the... Yeah, that's a good... That's it. You know, everything... It is all about the vibe. Answer your question. So it just depends. When you're talking to someone, if you're, like, trying to convince them, you're like, yes, take this expensive product so I can get some cycles. You know, it's not going to be, but if they see that you are so excited in your belief, then you're less likely to get that objection. People buy on emotion, not on logic. People buy emotion, they don't buy logic. So it's all about your passion. Now, believe me, this business can be a roller coaster. When you get in the business, you come to a meeting like this, and you're like, yes, Matt Morrow can do it, I can do it. And then, so you're way up here, and then all of a sudden, someone tells you, no, and then, way down here. So that's why it's good. You know, every day I go on Facebook, I watch BK's videos, I watch Alex Morton's videos, I watch all the videos. It's like charging my batteries. I listen to this CD. Here, my favorite audience member. You go see. This is a CD called Building Your Network Marketing Business by Jim Rohn. I've listened to the CD 500 times. And I look at this lady right behind. You look like you really want one of these. And this information, you can go on, if you haven't heard that CD, you can go on, actually my son has a website, lifeonverve.com, and we have it there. It's also on YouTube. You can get it for free, Building Your Network Marketing Business. But it's 65 minutes long, and it basically tells you everything you need to know. But what I use stuff like that for is to recharge my passion, my battery. So again, even as the number 5 earner in the world, I have days where my energy level is low, and I have people who tell me no. To this day, it makes me mad still. You know, if I talk to someone and they don't sign up, but nothing makes me quit. Okay, that's the thing. The only way you can fail is if you quit. So just don't ever let anyone make you quit. If someone makes you upset, then you know what? Then call your upline leader, watch a video, listen to a CD, take a walk around the block, do whatever it takes to get your strength and your passion back. Then talk to someone else. You only need 2 leaders. So. A very long answer to his question. Let's try another question. Does anyone else have a question? My shirt. In the back, yes.
How you get a sponsor, Anthony Powell, to bring your team?
Oh, that's a good question. Thank you. Very good. So interesting. Well, one thing that's really interesting to me is that anyone even knows about this.
The majority don't know.
Okay.
Baru-baru ini di dunia Bima menjadi satu luar biasa kerana Morrow sponsor orang nomor 1 di Herbalife. Di mana mempunyai beratus-ribu pengikut, sekarang sudah pindah ke Bima.
Okay, this is a great question. Man, I love this audience. Oh wait, you're supposed to get a CD because you asked a question. I was going to give everybody that asked a question a CD. Thank you. Well, sponsoring, how I sponsored Anthony Powell is that 1, I never quit. Okay, so if you don't quit, then good things are going to happen. This is kind of my philosophy, and it's something I believe, and you've probably heard of maybe The Secret or some of the Bob Proctor, this kind of thing. Like, I believe if you have a vision of what your life is supposed to be like, you have a vision of your life, and it can be anything. Like, a vision could be something as simple as, like, my vision when I first started Vemma was, I want to make $100,000 US per month. That's all I was focused on, and it took me 18 months to get there, but I wanted to make $100,000 a month. So if you live life looking at your vision, You know, problems and obstacles are the things that get in your way when you take your eyes off your goals. Do you want to translate? She says.
Ya. Apa yang itu Pak Morrow beritahu bahawa, okey, beliau meletakkan satu objektif, okey. Apa-apa yang membuatkan beliau berjaya sponsor apa itu leader di Herbalife itu bukan kerana beliau hebat, tapi kerana beliau tidak berputus asa. Kalau beliau berputus asa, sudah tentu beliau juga tidak bisa sponsor leader dari Herbalife. Dan di permulaan perniagaan Vemma Morrow target ingin mencapai $100,000 satu bulan. Dan beliau melupakan segala-galanya, segala cabaran, segala masalah, segala kekecewaan, okey, tapi beliau hanya melihat $100,000. Dalam 18 bulan beliau mencapainya. Exactly as you said. Yeah.
I just remember all that.
I drink Vemma, man. I drink Vemma.
So again, the obstacles and the problems are the things that you see when you take your eyes off your vision. Okay, that's the main thing. So the reason that good things happen to me, I believe, is because I'm always or almost always working towards my vision. Sometimes I think about my problems. If I look at my problems, my life goes down. If I look at my vision, my life goes up.
Ini yang paling penting sekali, teman-teman sekalian. Apa yang membuatkan beliau berjaya sehingga ini bukan kerana beliau tiada masalah atau tiada cabaran, tetapi beliau tidak pernah melihat cabaran atau masalah itu. Kerana di situ beliau letak di bawah. Beliau melihat kejayaan, melihat misinya, melihat objektif. Itu membuatkan beliau ke hadapan.
So sponsoring Anthony Powell was really very simple. I am in Vemma. Vemma is in me. So I was just leading my life, which is what I always do. I just live my life. My friend is getting married, so I got invited to the wedding, and I was at a table, and they put me at the table with all the multi-level marketing people, and one of the people at my table was Anthony Powell.
Bagaimana beliau sponsor? Mudah saja. Beliau ke mana-mana juga. Vemma, apa yang disebut juga Vemma. Satu hari pergi ke perkahwinan teman, okey, dan di table yang sama semuanya leader-leader daripada network marketing yang hebat, yang luar biasa. Di situ beliau bertemu dengan Anthony Powell.
So and then from there I was just myself, which I encourage you to be. Be yourself, and you'll attract people that are like you. You make a friend first, and then you sponsor someone.
Yes. Di situ beliau tidak, ini aku bisa closing, ini bisa dapat cycle besar. Tidak. Di situ beliau menjadi diri beliau secara natural, yang sebenarnya, okey, membuat sebagai teman.
So, I mean, this is such a good story. The thing was that I was at the time very even fatter because I just lost 20 pounds. So I was feeling very fat. My pants were tight. I was very uncomfortable at this wedding. Anthony Powell is very good shape, and then he was eating his dinner, and he only had like 2 little tiny bites and 1 pea, and so I started making fun of him that he doesn't eat anything. He eats like a girl.
So I understand, yeah. Okay, di majlis perkahwinan tersebut, okay, masa itu Morrow adalah gendut ya. Okay, gendut, jadi duduk di situ tidak berasa selesa, harus betul-betul kayak ini, dan beliau makan banyak. Tetapi apabila Anthony Powell itu makannya seperti